This story is one of the famous urban legends in Chile, taking place on Kennedy Street at the end of the 1970s. Drivers began to feel terrified of moving in the area because it was said that if someone wasn't careful in the middle of the street, they might see something horrifying. It was 7 p.m. when Paulo left his work to return home as usual. He got into his car to go home and have dinner with his wife, looking forward to resting from the routine work at his desk. Paulo turned on the radio in his car and prepared to drive without paying attention to the traffic on the street. Paulo was moving along Kennedy Street when he saw a woman stepping off the sidewalk, motioning him to slow down. She appeared to be a delicate girl with long blonde hair, though he couldn't make out her face. Paulo thought she might urgently need help, so he slowed the car down and stopped beside her to ask if she needed anything. "Are you okay, miss?" Paulo asked as he approached her. He saw a very beautiful woman up close and felt a bit of embarrassment when he saw her smile at him. Suddenly, she vanished without a trace. Paulo stood bewildered as the cars behind him began honking loudly because he was blocking traffic, but he didn't hear anything. He turned to look in all directions, thinking he would go crazy from what had happened. She had been there moments ago, only to disappear without a trace. A driver pulled up beside Paulo after parking his car and asked, "Are you okay, my friend?" Paulo, eager, said, "Didn't you see the blonde woman standing here a moment ago?" The man said, "Please, my friend, you're blocking traffic." Paulo snapped out of his deep trance, moving aside to allow others to pass, as if nothing had happened. The driver who had spoken to him began to leave for his work, but Paulo hurriedly said, as if to share something important, "You must think I'm crazy. I haven't drunk anything. I am fully conscious. I am sure I saw a blonde woman here moments ago who asked me to stop for her, so I thought she needed help. But as soon as I stopped to help, she vanished without a trace." The man replied immediately after hearing him, saying, "This isn't the first time something like this has happened. She always appears in the same place." Paulo asked, "Do you know her?" The man answered, "This girl was crossing the street when a drunk driver hit her. The poor girl died instantly. Since then, she hasn't stopped appearing in the same place where she died, and the man who killed her escaped, and the authorities couldn't capture him." From then on, Paulo always felt fear and caution whenever passing the same spot, always dreading her possible return.